what's going on, everybody? This is Chase here at Rocky Mountain. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we're taking a look at the new 2026 MSR Axis riding gear. So MSR actually has 4 different options when it comes to off-road riding gear. You have the Axis, which is going to be their entry level. You have the NXT, which is their premium MX gear. Then you have the NXT Air, which is full mesh construction, my favorite gear hands down for summertime riding. And then they also have the Legend off-road gear. So no matter what your needs are, what type of riding you do, there's going to be a set of gear for you. But today we're talking about the Axis. The Jersey and the Pant got some upgrades and I'm excited about that we're going to go through and talk about it. If you have questions or comments about it though, please leave those down below. We will help to get those answered. Let's talk about fit real quick. This is kind of one of the major differences that you're going to see between the Axis and the NXT. The Axis is going to have a looser fit. So the NXT is going to be more of that athletic fit that you see on premium gear. The Axis is going to have a little bit more of a relaxed fit. So the Jersey, you know, we'll do a kind of a back-to-back here with Ty in this jersey versus the NXT. It's not a huge difference, but it does fit a little bit looser. Most notably, Ty and I were talking about this before we started filming, because I wear the Axis gear quite a bit. I ride it all the time. So where I notice the most is in the sleeve area, and then it is just a little bit looser in the chest, but the fit, it's still good. And he's wearing a size 32 pant. The pant, just like the Jersey, is also going to have a little bit looser fit. Plenty of stretch in the groin in those areas over top of the knee. If you're going to be wearing knee braces, that's all going to be great. But remember, we do have our fit guarantee. If you get this gear or any gear that we sell, boots, helmet, jersey, pant, gloves, doesn't matter. If you don't like how it fits, you can send it back in brand new, unused condition. We will give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange to make sure you get the size and the fit that is going to be best for you. Quick little side note, this won't be for everybody, but for me, I like an athletic fit with my jersey, so I actually can go down and do to a size small in the Axis jersey. It fits pretty snug for me in the forearm, which I would expect going to a small, but if you like a specific colorway in the Axis, but you want a more athletic fit with, say, the Jersey, you could possibly go down to a smaller size. Again, that's why we have our fit guarantee to get it right for you. All right, anyway, as far as the Jersey construction goes, what's cool is that MSR uses the same fabric in the Axis and the NXT Jersey. It's this lightweight, breathable polyester fabric. One of the changes that the Jersey got for 2026 is actually just here in the collar. So they just added some of this really soft fabric here. It brought the collar in a little bit. Some people talked about it maybe being a little bit too open. So that just closed it down a little bit. Super soft and comfortable. And then one of the major differences also between Axis and NXT is with the Axis, if Ty lifts up the right arm for me, notice how right here you got all that fabric, but on the NXT jersey, you actually have a separate mesh panel that goes from the wrist all the way down the side of the jersey for just some extra breathability. So that is one of the other differences that you would notice. And you do have some added length in the back just to help that jersey stay tucked in. All right, now for the glove. So glove remains unchanged. This has actually been one of my go-to gloves for several years now. I actually really enjoy the Axxis Glove. You got this thin, lightweight, stretchable, breathable fabric on the back of the hand. And then on the palm, you're gonna have this. It's just a synthetic leather, gives good feel on the controls. You've got silicone on the index and the middle finger. Again, talking about some of the differences between this and the NXT is the NXT is gonna use the same fabric in the palm, but it's gonna have more perforation. So it's gonna breathe a little bit better in warmer temps. But one aspect about the Axxis Glove that I like more than the NXT is the NXT has a little neoprene collar or cuff, whereas the Axxis doesn't really have that. So to me, it's just a little bit more of a simple glove, which I like. So the glove's been solid. All right, now let's talk about the pant. Pant got quite a few changes, and we're gonna start up here at the top. So again, Ty's wearing a size 32. The ratchet is going to remain the same, but one of the differences is right here with the fly. They've just trimmed off some of the excess material that was there just to make it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more premium looking in my opinion. So that's just more of an aesthetic change. But then in the vast majority of the pant, you're going to have a 600 denier fabric, which again is shared with the NXT, which is all this right here in the thigh. The NXT is going to have some laser perforation on the thighs, again, just to help with airflow. But 600 denier, it's a very durable, very abrasion resistant fabric. Lots of stretch in the groin. One of the changes that they made is now this stretch panel right here in the groin goes all the way down to just above the knee to give you even more mobility and range of motion. And then the stretch panel over the knee, another addition there. It actually just goes more around, so it wraps around the knee even more just to try and give you as much mobility so when you're wearing knee braces or knee guards underneath, you're not gonna feel that pant want to stop and bind up anywhere. Now here's one of the upgrades that I am most excited about. Ty, let's show them that pocket. This was a feature that we added to the NXT pant a couple seasons ago, and it's been one of mine and other riders that I talked to, it's been one of our favorite additions. I've always liked being able to just take my cell phone or something with me here, and with this pocket, if you didn't have that little pull tab there, you honestly wouldn't even see it. But can't tell you how many times I've been just wearing my gear around the pits, or maybe you want to go out and get a video or a photo on the track, doesn't matter. You unzip that, you put your phone in there, it's just a good place. You don't have to tuck in your boot, you don't have to tuck in the pant, just right there in the pocket. I've got an iPhone 14. I have that with a case on it, and it fits in there no problem. So glad to see that the Axxis and the NXT Air Pant both have that pocket. So as you look at the inside of the knee, they're gonna use a 900 Denier fabric, which is gonna add even more durability and abrasion resistance than the 600 Denier. That's a high wear point, so they have the 900 Denier there. If you were looking at the NXT pant, as you would expect, you are gonna have full grain leather knee panels on the inside of the knees. And then the last update, if Ty faces completely backwards, is right here in the back, this mesh fabric that goes into the boot. With the previous version of the Axxis pant, it was a stretch fabric, but it was thicker, just didn't breathe all that great. So now they're using the same breathable mesh fabric in the NXT pant. Again, right here, that goes into the back of the boot. All right, face back to the front, Ty. So this is the new Axxis gear for 2026. A lot of cool colorways to choose from. Again, amazing price point with this gear. Shares a lot of the same features as you get with the NXT. If you have questions or comments about it, please leave those down below. I've done videos on the NXT gear. We also have that on the NXT Air, so be sure to check those out, also for the Legend. But questions, comments, leave those down below. To grab a set, to see all the different colorways available, click on the link or head to rockymountainatvmc.com. You know the deal, we ship for free over $75. If you want to stay up to date on products like this, get subscribed to our YouTube channel. I'm Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.